History repeats itself as DMG lose versus Nord. I was not expecting this. Duckling, welcome to the desk. Ah, exactly. Like, I had a lot to talk about it, and supposedly, when you start a game, it was magical.
What's up? It was me in disguise the whole time.
I got bamboozled. I think we can say the same about the lanes coming in from DAG, because you look into the bot lane, which was such an important lane, and even with a cull, you lose in a 2v2. I guess the MG were kind of bamboozled as well by Ecstasy.
Yeah, I think so. I like kind of looking at how that game was. It was one of those bot lanes where I felt like it's normally really even, but how Ecstasy especially was playing with Romeo, they were not willing to play passively. They wanted to go really aggressively, really quickly, make these plays happen. The fact they got the 2v2 fight early on when we still had Ecstasy on Cole kind of showed how the game was going to go. It pretty much showed how the rest of the game was going to be, because Hunt had gotten first blood solo mid, they got the 2v2 bot lane. It was pretty much a dire spot for DMG from minute 5.
I kind of lost a little bit of that, but really swallow talk.
I was very worried that we were also going to lose our host, but unfortunately he managed to plug everything back in. So, but yeah, I mean, what I'll say is that neither bot lane hero were willing to give up the 2v2 advantage. We've seen Nomax and Snabby; they want to play for it as well. It was no surprise, I think, to tenured watchers of the NLC this split that both bot lanes ended up with a 2v2 kill. It was happening somewhere, let's put it that way, and in this time it went around to the side of Nord, and a lot of things actually were going in Nord's favour, because Hunt got a solo kill mid. They managed to, Yorka managed to build up a really big lead in the jungle, 2v2 kill on bot side. The early game was a picture of Nord health, and I think that was something that we really wanted to see going into this game, because they needed that. They're a team that I think we expected more from going into this split, and the fact that they've made this jungle change, it's gone very well for them, has got to be at least a confidence builder, even if the game took a bit longer than expected to close out.
The first individual, or at least the second one on NLC, to bring in the Zyra. In your first game, you bring in the Zyra, you do as much work as he did. Although the MVP goes for Hunt, the last part of the game, it was all on Hunt's back. Even the last team fight, it was a beautiful one. Last attempt coming in from DMG. But Hunt was on a different page today, I believe.
Yeah, had gotten the first blood solo kill mid lane to start it off. Then the fact that you just see Hunt in these side lanes constantly putting this pressure. Skaterrot really couldn't do anything to stop them. And you just see that last play where it's like, it looks initially dire for Nord, but the fact that you had Hunt just going, I'm just going to end the game instead. I'm not looking for the fights. I just want this win. We're taking it. And I want to call out Veteran, by the way, who called me out for wanting Blue Whites to win. I feel like somebody put predictions onto Nord and actually put 5 points on there. Man, who would that be?
You know what? I would show the graphic, but yeah. But yeah, he did. He did put 5 points. On the next game, though, we have RUD versus LLS. The first time they met, it was RUD. We invaded the enemy Raptors, who got a lot of kills. It was 3-4-2. It was a bloody one. But then they took a free fall, and LLS took that game. RUD now are looking into the first place, isolated because of what happened previously in the day. So if LLS is capable from stealing a game yet again from RUD will go on to first place, tied up with another team. Or if they win versus LLS, they can be isolated for the first time with no one just bothering them at the top of the standings. For you folks, what is the take on this game? Where should I be looking?
So there's a really interesting dynamic in this game, which is haunts every Ruddy game for that matter, which is they're a team that live and die a little bit by their early game, and specifically what their mid laner ends up doing. Now, this isn't to say that every game is lost or won in the first 10 minutes for Ruddy. I don't want to go that far, but they're a team that is clearly has some variation. And although they're at the top side of our leaderboard, and they've been a top team in this league, not just for this summer, but also for spring, they're a team that I think any team in the NLC kind of looks at and thinks, you know what, if we get things right, we can take a pop at these guys, and they might just crumble.
I was waiting magical. I was waiting for you.
No, I mean, I couldn't have said it better. It's a succinct thing. I think when you look at Ruddy, how they like to play is they usually like to steamroll. They like to play very aggressively early on, And when that doesn't happen, that's when they start to struggle. That's when they start having some issues. Alex in the mid lane is someone that I think is very important, but not necessarily as you so rightfully called out for just being a carry, but I feel like is kind of more like the soul, the heart of the team. Someone that kind of leads from the front, and when they're not in front, they kind of lack that power that they normally rely so heavily on.
I remember on the post-game interview with Don Jake on that specific game, he was heavy on the team. He talked a lot about the team and how they needed to shift their mentality. They kind of did. They only lost another game after that one. But it was such a different Ruddy we got to see after this match. So LLS can take such a big opportunity to climb a little bit more better on the standings, which is such important. It's such an important game for them in terms of calendar. But also, it's another statement from Ruddy. We remember what the coach Wolverine stated, that this is a bums league, and I'm not letting that one go. I'm not letting that one go. So he needs to step up. So this is an important one for Ruddy as well, because if they lose yet again for LLS, what does this say about the team? 6-2 versus 4-4. Ruddy versus LLS. The Champion Select. No subs today for these teams. This is the first time, by the way. What can we expect?
Well, what we can expect is Ruddy to come with, I think, their typical setup. They're going to be ideally looking to put built on something that isn't too impactful on the game. Even though he's like a Riven one-trick pony in solo queue, I know he's moved away from that as well, but that's what he was in the past. He's often been seen on stuff like Skarner, on Sejuani, this sort of stuff for Ruddy, because they really like to put their focus into their mid-jungle, into this bot side of the map, more specifically on average. So I would expect, for example, if Skarner's left open, for that to be particularly high prio for Ruddy. What we're also seeing is the Zac ban away from Alaric, who is a Zac support specialist, and Karthus ban away from Kitarukan, which, both of these have been absolute pillars for Ruddy so far going to the season. These are definitely good bans coming out from light side, and I think if you're light side, one of your first steps for actually winning this game as a whole is really coming away with the winning draft phase, as they have been doing throughout the season. So, so far so good, but let's see what they actually end up picking.
I like this. I like this from LLS a lot. They've left open a lot of powerful picks here. And this is something I think that when you have like really powerful picks that everyone's like, these are red side bans you have to take away, like Grumble, Corki, Tristana, Skarner was something I kind of expected to see them leave open. You can only pick one of them as your first pick on blue side, which means two will go to the hands of LLS. And so Tristana is going to be the call here. And I like I said, would have expected the Skarner to have been left open, something that they could have gone to that would be like, what do you want more, Rumble or Skarner?
That's an interesting one, because Rumble is such a powerful pick for Ruddy specifically. They love to thrive on this pick. The Tristana, though, you're leaving Sumi yet again with the champion that destroyed Alex on the lane, and this was the reason why he was the MVP. So this is a returning from Sumi, at least in terms of Champion Select. It's kind of going the same way for LLS from the last time they met. It's not the Jace, it's the Yone. He accepts the challenge.
Yes,
yeah, I was wondering if it was going to be the Yone or Zed.
Yeah, I mean, they can definitely go in that direction as Ruddy. You will expect these AD mid laners to be a core pillar of their play. For them to match with a Yone, as you said, magical, it could have been the Zed, and also to match with the melee support is absolutely typical of this team. It sits right within their comfort zone. You're not expecting them to go in any different way. The only thing that could be different is we don't actually know if this Rumble is going jungle or top yet. So this is the fun part about Ruddy's draft, is they do have that ability to move the Rumble around. I think they would be at least open to that. We've seen in the past Sejuani top being a great pick in these types of scenarios for Ruddy, so I would expect that to get banned in 4-5 by light side. On the other hand, though, they've actually locked Vi with Tristana, which also means the patent pending Lungfist light side AP mage bot lane is on the horizon. It's just a question of how it arrives.
Especially with Karthus already banned, like Brand is still something that they could go for if they really want to.
Where's the Aurelion Soul ban?
Yeah, that'd be funny to see as well. Vigar is something that I kind of joked about before, but it's something that I think a lot of players are starting to kind of figure out is actually still really good. But Zyra still hasn't been touched by either team here. Come on, where is the Zyra?
I think unless Zyra is arriving for Fruity Fresh in this scenario, I don't think we're going to be seeing her magic arms. I'm very sorry to break it to you, but I mean, as we can see from the side of Ruddy, they're banning away the Ziggs. They're showing ample respect to the side of Fruity Fresh. Interestingly, teams still electing to actually ban the mages against him, because I do think he has a deep enough pool to sort of tank the bans. But Ziggs is specifically good with the champion like Rel. It's specifically good with a champion like Vi, where you can get sort of that sweet spot on the ultimate. So, you know, good set of bans coming out from the side of Ruddy. AP Kaiser as well being removed. So this all makes a lot of sense. Zeri would be an interesting pick, because that actually puts the AP emphasis onto Elijah, which I don't think we've seen too much of, but I mean, let's see how it goes.
There's so many picks for Fruity Fresh. The Zeri, it fumbles me. You know, he's looking for the attack speed and right click. I mean, you kind of queue, but it's still an AD carry. Guess we confused for Fruity Fresh.
You go for Kennen then for Elijah. That's kind of like what I'm thinking here. Is like you go like it's not going to be a last pick Kennen. Try to make sure where the Rumble's going, if it's going to go top lane or not, and then get Kennen for yourself. And that's like why we're seeing that held off on and going for something like Zeri.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a very small chance it's AP Zeri in bot side. I don't think that's viable anymore. I do remember it used to be a thing, so maybe Fruity Fresh knows something we don't. But I think definitely, as you said, a Kennen, a Gwen, you know, these types of picks should be what Lightside are at least considering, and it'll actually depend really on what goes top here. You know, Ezreal is not of too much consequence to this game. It's good versus Vi and stuff, at least in the sense that it can play on that range outside of the effective range of Vi. And as you can see, the Sejuani I mentioned earlier coming in to complete that top side 3v3 for Ruddy. This is an absolute staple from them. I think they're very comfortable in this position. The question is do Lightside have the right pick to go against it? My assumption would be Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen's a good one. I think Kennen was the other one I was kind of thinking of. I like Gwen when you have the Sejuani picked here, because the flexibility could still have. You could send the Sejuani top lane. Kennen wouldn't have as easy of a time. Gwen's great with that. Gwen doesn't care. Rumble or Sejuani, perfectly fine into that. So I think it works really well. Plus, it gives you a nice side lane pressure that you can have for the team. So LLS, I think, actually have a pretty good comp here that can chase down and utilize this Gwen. Like, so say even if mid bot lane something is struggling there earlier on, you can use Elijah on this Gwen to kind of be the bridge that gets you from the early game to the late game.
It's an interesting champion select for both of them. Ruddy are comfortable. LLS are bringing something a little bit more spicy. And when you look into the menu, Torok and Magical, where should it land? Where did the points go? Everybody went for Ruddy except me, so tell me.
Well, if I had to bank off of draft, I would say Ruddy's is slightly more within their comfort zone. I think if they are the better team today, they should be able to come away with the win. But it's not a clear draft win, so you know it's definitely still to play for Lightside.
No team chose Zyra, so I don't even know if I want to choose a team. I'm of course just kidding. Rumble, I think, is really strong here. I think Rumble, like in general, is something that that's why I want to see more of the handshake. Say, what do you want more, Rumble or Skarner? Because I think having that as like the handshake, both of them are insanely good champions. Rumble getting through, to me, just gives a lot more to play around for Ruddy.
Interesting. I guess it's on, and what do you think back at home for chat? Tell me, who do you think is going to win, Ruddy or LLS? We know there's a lot of people, like a lot of fans. There's actually a viewing party for Ruddy, so do let us know who do you think is going to win and how you're going to win as well for Ruddy. For LLS, just show your love. And now showcasing the causes for the game, it is Veteran and the other dude.
Why are we back to the other dude? It's not like I've shaved or anything. How did he lose the respect from me? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. That's crazy.
We don't know who you are. I mean, you're not Duckling, but
I
yet the graphic
Duckling,
says you're
actually.
Duckling. I mean, you're
I
not.
am the Duckling, and I'll never change my name.
I mean, you're
until
not.
I'm 55
Ducklings-
and one step from my grave, and I'll still be called Duckling.
Ducklings haven't had puberty yet. You clearly have. All right, this is not. It's not. You're not a Duckling. All right, maybe a duck.
Maybe a
Can you
Duckling. It
quack?
just sounds kind of bad, no? Regardless, though, let's turn the conversation towards
Yes,
some more
mysterious
ball.
person.
When I asked you, both of these, I said ballers, but I meant drafters knew ball. You very much said that they both knew ball. It would be a high kill game, you said, and can you elaborate on that?
Yes. Yes, I mean, looking at these two drafts, basically the only one that has really a significant range advantage is kind of the Tristana, but she's actually liable to be engaged on. by most of that composition. She has a dash to make her less vulnerable to it, but basically this looks to me like whoever is able to make the immediate aggressive pick is going to win that fight. Neither of them really have safe ranges into each other. That doesn't really exist here. If one's in proximity to hit one, the rest are all in proximity to hit them as well. So this is going to come down to, in my opinion, Vi engages versus Nautilus engages. Those are going to be the big things that are going to determine. Zeri is controlled by the Nautilus, and the Vi can be used as a control factor in kind, but also to begin the setup of a lot of these picks. Vi's probably going to have quite high level of deaths in this game, but could confer a large level of kills to a team as well. Both teams, none of them have luxuries when staring at each other. You kind of have to find the angle first, or you're going to die.
That's a very good point, Mitrin, and I do very much agree with you. Some things I'm excited to see in this game, just looking at the draft. Both mage top laners, not too often we see that matchup in particular. Very excited though to see Elijah. It's been one of the talents for me to follow this split. Very excited to see how he performs today. I feel like every time I've watched this kid, he has done really well, and it's one of the players who, what I really like is when someone comes in with not much experience, you don't know much about them. Even I, as a Dane, didn't know much about Elijah, and you just swept off your feet by someone who's outperforming any expectation you have.
Oh, here we go.
And it's always really nice to see. Locust Light Side 4-4 in the standings.
Oh.
They want to win this game to keep their playoffs hope alive, but ready can sit atop the throne of the NLC all alone at the end of this day if they win this game.
Zooming on top lane here. Oh my lord. They really want to find this Gwen. They want to find it fast. Gwen also a huge scaling factor for Ludwig Lightside going in towards the game. Is able to E out over the wall. Sees Ruddy on that ward there as well. So Ruddy not going to quite be able to find the pick here. Bot lane going to go straight back bot so they can come out with the wave, not lose any of a potential level 1 advantage, which is going to be, again, who blinks first, right? Rel wins if Nautilus fails hook. Nautilus wins if he lands hook in a good position. So it's again, like, there's threats perpetually on both sides. Ignite on this Rumble, by the way. He's not playing to go even in this lane. He will start out of mana, though. Please laugh.
Yeah, Oh, Petrin, you're a horrible jokester, but I appreciate that about you. And I'm saying that with every single bit of knowledge that I am not funny either, but that was not.
I don't even know who you are, mysterious person who took over Duckling's spot.
I appreciate you, Petrin. That's all I'll say, though. That's all I'll say. That was it was good content, though, despite the joke not being the funniest. But we were talking about kills, and I very much agree with your points about the engages. Alaric certainly one to look for them. One of the bloodiest players I've seen in the NLC. He sees an opportunity.
Oh, they're all fighting!
And he goes for it. Already, they're fighting. They're committed.
Yeah, top lane fighting, mid lane fighting. Alex able to get the level 2 first. Feeling the samurai in himself. Always being really good on these all-in champions. By really good, I mean very aggressive on these all-in champions. Built. Everyone keeps hyping up as a Riven player. I will have to say his Riven games feel like his worst games. But a very aggressive player nonetheless, as one would expect. The Tennessee's bot lane it's just going. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, man. There's no other way.
You might as well just mute for this game, Mitrin. I'll be the only one casting it because so much actually happening.
I get paid my day rate anyway. Go for it.
You're a prick, mate. Regardless, though, Kiturigan now looking for the invade battle. Could be in a bit of trouble here as the buy. Now making his way towards the red buff.
Just fight him. Yes!
Oh no.
Yes!
Oh my god. Why are we fighting in every lane? I think Badholdi's actually dead here. I have him in my fantasy team. He's gone.
He's gone. You know, if I wanted to overtake Initialize today, I actually needed Ruddy to lose. Because we both bet on Ruddy, but he's bet more points. So he loses more points.
Then you win.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But Ruddy are going to win now. So I'll be right, but I'll lose by being right.
You'll be right, but you won't be that right.
Well, I needed him to be more wrong than me. We needed to both be wrong, but I need him to be more wrong. But that wouldn't make me right. Being right would just make him kind of more right, but like I wouldn't overtake him, you know?
Oh, Alex. Looking for Sumi. Auto attacks are coming through. Good damage as Kiturigan.
Fight. Just keep fighting.
Might just pick up the killer. Give it to Alaric.
Never
mind. Kiturigan picks it up. Ooh, the Dredge Shrine just goes wide, and the action continues. So far, only in the favor of Ruddy.
We're gonna have like a 5-minute warmugs from Sejuani at this rate, and then every 2v2, every 3v3 will win Ruddy's favour. Lightsober will be praying under their towers, and that should be clean objectives for Ruddy. Could be a very snowbally game. We were talking about how fight-heavy this game is going to be, but in a fight-heavy game, if one side gets a significant advantage, well, wow.
Has the assistant of his Danish friend in Barthold.
Okay.
Who could look for it, but built though.
No way.
At the moment,
no
just
way.
walking. Oh my god, the turn damage. No fucking way, man! That is disgusting!
Gets the 1-for-1, is gonna lose out on the next wave. Gwendo will get the advantage. Oh!
Oh, Sumi!
No!
No!
Yes! Hunt!
What is happening?
I said Hunt, I apologize. Alex!
What is esports? Get me out.
I told you.
No,
I
fast
told
leg.
you. Blood,
Oh
man.
my
I
God.
told you.
You
were excited for this. You were excited for this.
Alaric?
You were excited.
Flash available. Flash Dreadline. Ah, he doesn't do it. Not
There we go. Get
Very
on
good.
him.
No,
Get
no,
his
but
ass.
Holdy, my fantasy points are gone. They're turned into smithereens. He's got 3 deaths in 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is what you're celebrating. You're a victim of what you wanted. You now know the truth that we don't really want what we want. You know, we think we want a bloody game, but we don't. You know? Like the cheating husband who dumps the mistress at the same time as he dumps the wife. You know, we don't really want what we want. You know?
You're crazy, bro. You're crazy. That is crazy. Well, as the kids would say, that is such a Sigma take.
Game has been paused. This is the only breathing room you're gonna get in the game, by the way. If
You're
we just
cutting out,
freeze.
bro. Fix
Oh,
your
am I?
microphone, Veteran. You're
This
cutting
not
out, like,
this is not my microphone. This is not my microphone. I'm not taking responsibility
It's
for that.
Discord. Blame them. I'm suing them.
Is it Discord? Okay.
No, it's better now.
Okay, apparently it's not happening on stream, so we do blame Discord.
Yeah, blame Discord, man. Screw them.
Wow.
I don't get to hear all your anecdotes.
Okay, but this is the only breathing room we'll get in the game. Is if we freeze the entire game. That's the only way. It's the only way.
Anything else?
Oh, and we're back. Yeah, no, because we're going back in. It's your job now, buddy.
It's all on me. I should have put Katurikan on my fantasy team. What am I doing with Bad Holdy, bro? I'm losing so many points here.
Not wholly imagine.
Bartu. Actually, he's also one of the long-standing veterans alongside Screw of Danish League of Legends. Bartu is a veteran of the scene. I respect the guy.
Nice.
But, yeah. Him and Fast, there's a reason they played in UKEL last bit. That's all I'll say. Not to say that they've done bad, to be honest. Lucas Knights that have surprised me, and I think every player on this roster stepped up. I think Sumi at Fruity Fresh has been a breath of fresh air in the league. And and Bartu and Fastek has been the stable leaders, so obviously they are the ones making the flashy plays. And they're the ones that behind the scene lead the team.
But Built was actually able to get top priority there before Bart Holdy started the grub, so there was a window for Built to be able to potentially contest with Sedge. Sedge, though, seems content with just full clearing, right? Instead of contesting these grubs straight up. And with all of that jungle topside done, I think he might be fine to help Built with an escort on topside before going for the recall. Vi will fall further behind the economy despite the grubs. It's Alex. Just goes, I mean, he's fighting, you know? This is real league, alright?
Oh, that is... This is League of Legends. Oh.
Here we go.
Surely not this time, right? Level 6, red cap
so-
laid down. Oh, they are winning this. Build though dies. Katuri can get both of them here. Elijah is out to safety, but Holdy. My fantasy boys, man.
04? 04.
Oh.
28 for 48. The last grubs will be taken, maybe, or they'll just be denied. They do need to contest the next full set. They do want to deny LLS getting 5 grubs straight up as Sumi kills Alex under his own tower. Okay, Alex got a bit hyphy there, I think. Still has ult up as well. Happens.
That happens. Alex is also on my fantasy team, by the way. Not a good day for me.
Wow.
Regardless, though, Fruity Friction and Fast Lake might be in for a world of hurt here. They are likely about to be dived. As Katurukin though instead focus on the grub. Oh, they're going for Nata.
Yep.
No way they get him. He's also on my fantasy team. What is happening this game?
Do you just stop talking about your fantasy team? You're like cursing every player.
I'm cursing every player here. I'm never gonna mention it again.
Oh,
Elijah versus Bill.
I love
the
League of
1v1
Legends,
we've been
man.
waiting for. Elijah makes it out, and no one dies. Mid lane. You get a bit nervous when Alex goes forward now because he's died twice to this.
Can you guys pick more drafts like this? Like, I miss it when people are just permanently fist fighting all over the map. I love it. We haven't even got to any 2v2, 3v3 group skirmishes yet. Like, I'm so happy about this one. Kurikan, giant spell, plus Ruby, plus boots. Looking pretty good so far as 1.4k gold lead. Wow!
Oh my god, that hook!
No!
Incredible, but Sumi still makes his way out fast like one of the same luxury though. Here comes Bad Holly. What is really happening here? Bato is there again, the target. Not a 5th death already. Oh my god! You have to be kidding me. What am I watching? Alex goes underneath the turret, the sidestep! It's magnificent, it's beautiful. He gets them both. I can't believe it, this is League of Legends.
True samurai in the mid lane there. Alex going and capitalizing on the setup that both Kurikan and especially Alaric gave him. What is with Ruddy? And their supports becoming Nautilus Kings, by the way.
Oh my god.
See ya. Justcan had his moments before.
Could be in trouble here. Elijah should claim the kill. Yep.
700 gold bounty.
Elijah v all, buddy. It is all on Elijah.
Remember, Kiturukin was the by far most fed member of Ruddy, those 5 kills, and Elijah able to pick up a huge bounty for that. That was basically 3 kills worth on that 1 kill, so shout outs to him. Gwen, being that big scaling menace for Lightside, he's 3-0 right now. Yes, Bill was able to get some really nice 1v2s where he's able to trade something, but Gwen looks to be a monster going later on. 1k gold lead on him versus the 2k gold lead in the jungle for Katuruken on a champion that's mostly about setting up his other laners to do well. They need to transfer this advantage on towards Nata or on towards Alex. Trying to transfer it topside could just be transferring it to the exact place Lightside want you to fight.
Oh, Bill, yet again the target. Oh my god, but Holly's open 5. Oh, Sumi is out. Okay. Every time I see opponents of the or 2 players not from the same team on my screen, it feels like they're about to die. Speaking of, no way. Yeah, that was no way there.
Next time it's going to be a bloodbath. Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to just be surprised?
Yeah, just tell me. Tell me in advance.
Well, I did tell you in advance.
You told me in advance, yes, but I did not expect it to live up to this level of flop. Like, half of this will still be a lot of kills. But this has been absurd.
Yeah.
Let's see, though. Still more of the
I love
game
League.
to be played, more kills to be secured as Drake next up on the menu, ready, getting the second of the game here. If there's Camtech Drake that they will claim. In terms of grubs, 3 for Lightside, there will be more spawning in just a little while. As they won't be up for long though, before they will disappear.
Only 2 Drakes, only 11 minutes into it. Does not feel like an 11-minute long game. Holy god, it does not. Oh! We're not done. We're not done. Always trade. Always trade! Never give them any room! Yeah, go for it, Nata. Always poke. Always hit. Yes! Burn that bone plating. Probably the most useless rune.
Oh
yes!
my god! Solo Bolo in the top lane for Elijah! You beauty!
1.4k gold lead now on Elijah, 4-0. I think we know what Lightside are going to play around in the mid game, which, by the way, we still haven't arrived at. Yes!
Oh, Alex!
17 kills in. I love this game.
Furyfish goes forward here.
Oh
He
no,
looks for
he
Nata.
missed!
What's happening? No one dies.
Well, the
I
ultimate,
guess they're both
yeah.
out.
Yeah, the moment the Nautilus was on, we didn't want to risk continue to go in, and then Alaric might just stack an auto along with that. 1 E, and then the cooldown is left up back on the Q, and then with the slow, he's probably going to be able
Flash,
to
they
close
want him, and they're gonna get Nata as well. The shielding is there. The damage should come through. One more auto will get it, but no, Alaric takes it up.
Alaric,
and he's
baby!
Out. Anything left on the other side? No W snipe, no nothing. Nata survives.
Visual representation of what we were talking about there that Alaric could potentially do if that fight kept extending. Fruity Fresh win anyway, very close to being rewarded for it.
This is way too far forward. Good flash though.
He gets a reset on Alex as well.
But it's an 05 jungler, so they just get out.
05, but you can still press R. I did say that that guy would have a high level of deaths. However, unfortunately... Actually, no, you know what? I was going to say, unfortunately, the team hasn't been able to do anything with the skirmishes that he's been dying for. Tell a lie. Oh, okay, there you go.
My god, Gedrugen! That flash!
Wait, is that Leandries?
Yep.
And Sedge? I guess.
You're 2.4k. Yeah, why not, buddy?
Because the enemy can one-shot you. Like, everywhere. Fair enough, I guess he's confident. It's probably going to work out. But I was going to say, but Holy are not able to find something with those Fs. Actually, that top lane has pretty much blown wide open in favor of Lightside. And he has spent most of his time dying up there. So I do think overall they'll be happy they got a big objective they needed to get. Ruddy, most of their gold still basically on Kiturikan, hasn't been successfully transferred to one of their other lanes yet, to one of the big carries they need to carry through the late game. So Lightside, despite being behind in gold, despite being behind in kills, despite being behind in drakes, I think they feel their opportunities are still good.
Alex playing
but Holdy's here.
Around here is Alaric comes in to assist. Fastek takes a bit of damage. But Holly's in the area. Good knock on Bartu. Oh, he's too far forward. Bartu's gonna die again, isn't he? They're all gonna die here. This could be horrible. Who's winning it though? Alex so low. Will he can take it down? No! He's not going down. Alaric claims the kill. Sumi's on his way though. More could happen here as Alex and Alaric are running for their lives.
The Narlong ways, but Alex was able to get a kill. 1k gold lead on him now versus his lane opponent, but still 1.5k gold lead from Elijah. This could be the battle later on. Yes, you have that massive lead on the Sedge, and yes, you have the Leandries on the Sedge, but she still needs one of these lanes to be doing well.
Sumi is safe. Jesus Christ.
What a game. What a game!
None of this woke nonsense, just good old players hitting each other and killing them.
Yeah. This is why the woke left will never win.
Crazy. Oh, Bartel, come on, buddy. Oh, God. In
Dude, okay, but even if they were winning, he'd be... I mean, they are in an even position. They are in a position where they can win the game.
Elijah is about to be soloed. Never mind. No. Add another one to the collection. 5-0 for Elijah.
And that is going to be Nash's on his next back. That is going to be that huge 2-item spike, and God even favors Ludwig Lightside in this game. That is going to be a really big deal.
Yeah, God save the king, and that is Elijah this game, man. What a performance.
Oh, he doesn't finish it. Close. Yep, big performance there. But the difficult part comes next. Yes, it's a chaotic battlefield, but the battlefield is expanding. We are in the mid game. We're waiting for the purple worm to spawn. That'll be in 4 minutes' time.
Alaric here. Sumi's down. The damage should follow as well. Alaric set to go down. Refresh claims the kill. Can they get even more here? The reset's coming through. Kitrukan, the next target. 2 kills for Lightside as the game is tied up.
I don't know, is Fruity Fresh a happy name?
Oh.
You don't even know.
The Drake?
Okay.
No, sorry. I was too focused on what happened to the Drake guy.
You're focused on them hitting Drake. You haven't seen
that
situation
I saw it. Didn't you look at the map? Alex, I mean, had a real chance of stealing it. I wouldn't put it beyond them to steal that.
Okay.
Go on then.
I shall not comment. I mean, the big thing happening is that they are fixing mid and top. Right, that's the big thing. They're trading that Drake for map tempo. That mid tower being down will matter for the kinds of groupings that you can do, kind of groupings that you can't do. But let's be real, they're just going to fist fight permanently, non-stop, over and over again. They don't care if you can match them. They want you to match them. And who am I even talking about with the they? Who is they? You know who they are. They is everybody here. Everyone in this game wants to fight. Everybody in this game benefits from winning those fights. None of them really benefit from that super scaling except for Elijah, who is now ahead, which means Elijah wants to fight because he knows he wins any around him. So that that one aspect that could be karma for Lightside, it's gonna be accelerated now. It's gonna want to join in on the hustle. 2 minutes until Purple Worm spawns. 2 minutes until late game. The mid game right now, map wide, appears to be a victory to Ruddy. Lightside are glad to have denied that soul point early though. Stifle a bit of the snowball that Ruddy is attempting.
Yeah, very much feels like it is all on that Baron that was built. Is in trouble
Oh
yet
my
again.
God.
Elijah
Yeah.
doesn't connect with the needlework though. Herald now summoned for Ruddy.
Massive
A couple
tempo.
of turrets down here on
Wow.
the bot side. Sumi trading aggressively with Alex as they're able to stop the Herald from really getting anything done.
Yeah, but I mean, half HP down on that tower on bot side. That is a massive tempo play that Lightside have to group and respond to. They can't just enable Elijah on top side here. Elijah's barely hitting tier 1 right now, whereas tier 2's already being done. Ruddy can do whatever they want on the map at this point. If they were able to get more with that Herald on bot, they would have opened up a very dangerous map state on the Baron. So good on Lightside to do that grouping to abandon Elijah there, but you don't want to be abandoning your 2.3k gold ahead Gwen, do you? You don't really want to be doing that, especially on this 2-item spike.
Bato spots Kitruken. Can they get the CC chain down? Pretty tanky. This Sejuani. Flash away for now. Flash forward from Fruitfish. What are you doing? Oh my god, what am I watching? As Bato is the next target alongside Fast, like a triple kill for Nata.
Yep, and Trist isn't even out on the map yet. That is what happens when you have a big map lead like this. Gwen is just going to keep trying to go forward, and Sumi, he's like, I need to find something here for my team. I need to be able to deny something from Ruddy. They can't just run up mid lane for free. He's got to find Bill. Dead?
Is he though? He is.
Nice. Did he have ward? No, it would have been
No,
really
he didn't have
funny
one,
if he
just
had
flashed
ward.
over.
Yeah, it would have been really funny if he had ward, but flashed anyway.
Elijah. Yeah, this lead has really gone into Ruddy after that though.
Here we go.
Like a big play for them.
Yeah, but Gwen was able to push out bot all the way towards midsection, and Twist is now on a very even footing with that Yone, in the bot lane. They do get tier 2 mid tower down, which means that even if you're able to get tier 3 on top side, or tier 2 on top side, tier 2 on bot side, you're not going to be able to threaten tier 3 anytime soon. What Lightside need to do is transfer this into that mid tower being down. If they can get a push out like that again, and then transfer the Gwen or transfer the Tristana on towards midsection, preferably to Tristana, they should be able to get that mid tower out while Ruddy are responding to the waves all across the map, or Ruddy responding kind of mid and drop XP everywhere else on the map, and you gradually get a lead to bigger spikes for that next Drake, for that next Baron. These are the options on the table. These are the options on the map. At no point in these options are we asking either of the teams to calm down, chillax. This is not a chill game. This is not a calm game. The woke left is not in control anymore. We're going all in all the time. We're going to make the NLC great again.
Baron already started up here. As soon as it spawns, they want to take it down. 6k and dropping so quickly.
Here we go!
Can Bato get in? He isn't even
Go!
there yet. Flash available.
Fight!
It's a 50-50. Who gets it? I don't believe it. Kitrugan secures it, but at the moment it's Lightside winning the fight. They found 2. But they can't stop more Barons. The resets are coming through. Nata now stepping up, feeling confident. And
Lightside, they win the fight. They also get the crash on tier 2 on bot and the crash on almost the crash on tier 2 on top. But they're not going to be able to play immediately off of that with a Baron advantage, because the Baron does go to the side of Ruddy. Ruddy are the ones that are going to have that big minion booster coming into the next phase. For another big fight, none of these neutrals are going to be uneventful. None of these side plays are going to be uneventful. Nothing in this game is going to go without a fight for it from the other side. No team willing to give up ground, and they can't really afford to. If they're in range to contest, to be in a staring contest, they're in range to do and take damage. That is the nature of both of these compositions. Both have answers. Lightside, they're going to go straight for Drake. Immediately, Yone is going to go aggressive on the tier 2 on top side there. Ruddy trading this Drake for control of the map once again. And it looks like they don't want to allow this mid push. Yeah,
ways
for
away
sure.
for Lightside on that soul point. Soul even as well. 2 Drake still. They've got the Baron. They've got the time to just push. One's already taken from the top side. Now sieging. Looking to break open the base here. As this mini wave will be cleared out though. Good wave clear here from Locust Lightside as Alex pushing in the wave on the top side, but won't be able to take down the turret just yet. But they're chipping away at the turret HP bars and slowly but surely making their way towards the goal. Elijah on the bot side as well.
Yeah, Elijah able to
turret
take
as well. The fight though blown up. Sumi doing some damage in return though. Not stepping up, looking for the Qs, but can't quite connect them.
Yep. Ruddy want to take Fruity Fresh out the fight, Sumi out the fight before Gwen is able to group with them because Yone, he's going to be busy fixing bot side. Ruddy would love to be able to play with Yone's bot side push, so in that window there was a vulnerability. If Gwen was able to group up with the team first and they were able to make a play on Ruddy before Yone could join, Yone would have to burn TP for it, and they wouldn't be able to play with a 3-lane map. They want to be able to play with at least a constrained 2-lane so that they can take out that tier 2 turret on the bottom side. It's not going to be available for them right now, though.
Ruddy continuing to push. They are certainly in control of the map, despite the goalie still being within 5k. It is all them when it comes to pushing. Unless Elijah gets something done on the side, this is how the game will go. Hook connects, damage comes through. It is fast like being burnt to a crisp here by Kitrukin and the rest of Ruddy. Base almost broken open. Look at the HP on the mid lane turret. As Longest Lights are now having to defend with 4 members. Alex flies wide. He has to go back with the soul unbound, but taken quite low. And that could put a dampener on this Ruddy push as the Baron times out as well.
Should be a simple case now. No Drake up for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Pick your 2 lanes where you think you have advantages and play to them. You can play 2 lane now. Lightside have no pressure anyway. If Lightside want to prevent Ruddy doing that, there's one word. It begins with F. It ends with T. And it has 5 letters probably in it. I didn't really do a quick count. But that's the way to go. The word was fight, by the way. I don't know if that was clear.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? It's a buzzword. Oh, so many fights. And it's just... At this point, it's just everything that I expect from the game. It's just fights constantly. 3 some spikes, though, are being hit, in particular for Ruddy. Both of their carries in Alex and Nata have picked up that 3rd item power spike. For the side, though, of Light Side, it is Elijah and Free Refresh at that point. While Sumi still got a few hundred gold to go before he makes it there. Okay, so next usual objectives, 2 minutes time. So until then, maybe the fighting slows down a little bit. But it is Ruddy who will look to gain control of the map, but Light Side making a counter punch. At the very least trying to make a play down towards the bot side here with playing around Elijah, and he's still 5-0 scoreline.
I want to talk, but I'm very sure a fight's about to completely break out on your screen here.
Simply just waiting.
Big staring contest. There's no Drake. But there will be a Drake after the next wave. This next wave is the last little bit of freedom both sides are going to have, and then they're locked in for what could potentially be the final fight of the game. He wants it now.
Oh my god! Sumi, though. They've got Sumi! Flash away.
Don't!
Able to stay alive.
Oh!
Healing good damage. The engage from Fastlane is phenomenal. Simply put, it is phenomenal. As now Light Side will move forward. Alex, the next target, Nada, trying to cut it out and play out the fight in their favor. But Elijah can't be taken down. They can't be stopped. It is Light Side who win the fight. Sumi TPing back in. Nata makes it out. Sadly, no Baron or Drake. But Light Side, though, massive victory there.
Lightside a huge win. They're gonna equalize this mid tower issue that's been preventing them from pushing in towards tier 3. They had to sacrifice so much to give Gwen the ability to push to tier 2 on bot side to take that. Now it's a very open map. Now they could very easily set up for that tier 2 on top side, but a lot of it's gonna come down to this Baron, which means they're gonna come down to what? Another what do you think, Duckling?
Another fight.
True! God, I love League.
League of Legends, baby. Fights all the time, every minute. The NLC, we are certainly not a boring league. That's all I'll say. As the Baron instantly started up. What will Lightside do about this? They still have some cooldowns on their important timers, but same goes for Ruddy. In about 10 seconds, all of those tools will be back up, though. But the Baron is just gone. Underneath their noses.
They value that soul point more. They think if Ruddy pushes into them, they can just win another fight through sheer brute force. They do have Powerpuff Girl setups here. No Lulu, unfortunately, and no Ari, but the Gwen, the Vi, and the Zeri do have a very potent combo here. If Elijah's able to find not even a secondary angle, they can all be very good in the front to back. The issue is Alaric versus Fruity Fresh, right? That ultimate for Fruity Fresh is going to be a huge control factor. Will essentially eliminate him from the fight. But if you're able to block that via the Gwen, via the Rel, one of these guys tanking it, maybe even Sumi in the last fight. If Alaric is too big on the trigger finger there, you could easily find a good re-engage angle as Lightside. We've been in this situation before. I think I've seen this exact thing. Now Ruddy have a Baron. Let's see what Lightside do. Oh!
They found Bill. 3 men actually. Alaric is in there as well. The red carpet is let down. Look at the counter damage now. But Elijah, though, still cutting through, staying strong. Alex not in the fight. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Lightside. In goes Bad Holiday. And down he goes as well, though. Alex looking for more. It's now a 3v3. The carries remain. That's this game. Not over yet.
2 for 2 bits of Baron, 2 for 2. While the other guys with the advantage, and Lightside is still able to find something with it in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That could be a potential Ocean Soul on the side of Lightside. They could split the map then. They've synchronized the objective spawns by trading the Drake for the Baron. They're really relying on their ability to be able to take Ruddy here. This is a very tense situation. You don't have the ultimates up on Lightside that will enable them to just move in right now, be able to take this fight. Katurkan, though, he doesn't have the ability to do anything but flash. So he doesn't have that ultimate engage, but he does still have an ability to engage. You don't even get the inhibitor here with this one. This feels very close to last game, but with about 5 times more kills at this point.
Take a deep breath, man. What are we witnessing here? It is certainly chaos that's unfolding in front of our eyes. 3 minutes until I know for sure Lightside want to fight because they want to get that soul. A 4 Drake Oceans or 4 Ocean Drake soul would be coming through if that is the case. Item spikes are being hit. Elijah close to getting the Rabadon's death cap as well. He is 4,000 gold ahead of Fail. Unbelievable.
Truly. And we have Vi charging up, looking for a pick. We have Trist looking for a pick. We have Zeri. They're all happy to wave clear for now. No neutral objectives up for a lot more waves. It's going to be in 2 waves time that both sides will be trying to burn those critical... Actually, 1 wave time that both sides will like try to burn critical corners. But let's be real, they're not going to wait for that. If they think they haven't engaged, they will take it now. Look, if they're in the damage, do damage to them. The other side is also in the damage, in the range to do damage to you. There is no such thing as a safe staring contest. It doesn't exist. Both sides, they feel the pressure. Katurkan burns ultimate. Lightside can now think they have an advantage, so Ruddy, they back off. They don't want to get a protracted siege situation in without ultimate up on Katurkan. That would have been a really good angle to burn some ultimates, but the flashes aren't actually out yet on Sumi and Fruity Fresh. They will be out for the Drake contest. Remember, this is a soul, an ocean soul as well. And even with stuff like Yone, you don't have significant levels of burst on Ruddy. This could be a really big deal for Lightside. They're able to take it.
Yeah, the game really up in the air. It's anyone's game at this point, as you could say. The nerves here, the tension, 1 minute and 15 seconds. Resets now coming through as well. The next minute likely to be spent on control in the area. Let's take a look at what items packs will be hit. 4 items for Elijah, but only 2.5 for build. But look at the carries though, Alex and Nata, both sitting at 4 items. The potion has been bought from Nata as well. He knows exactly how much this fight will mean for the outcome of the game.
This is a tense moment. 1 wave until Drake is up.
Oh,
Alex!
Elijah, the reactions as Alex looks for the pick. Both of them used ultimate though, and I do believe that's it in this trade.
Yeah, no ult for that Drake. Lightside, they could theoretically opt into ignoring this trade because it's not going to be a soul for Ruddy, but they would have definitely have liked to have Elijah's ultimate up for it and be able to just play extremely hard. Now Elijah, no longer with the ultimate, does get a really good item on the back. He has Zhonya's, he has Rabadon's. That is a very high damage. very high damage Gwen now, but with no ult up yet, they're going to have to extend this play for longer. Drake's up in 2 seconds, but Elijah has a third of his cooldown left, right? Need to extend at least past this wave. Katuikin, if you can find an ultimate now, that is the best time. 3 seconds for Alex to have his ultimate yet. Ruddy, they have everything up. If they can get the catch now, they will win the fight. But they has to be now, because in 5 seconds, Elijah's ultimate is up as well. Drake going down.
Up. They're not
Look
fighting
at
it, they're pushing the mid lane
They're
instead.
not, yeah, I don't think they're giving it up. They are pushing extremely hard. They're waiting for the wave. They're leading in towards Baron. The Baron is coming up next. Ruddy, they don't have soul. They only denied soul from light side. Look at the items, look at the damage. Elijah on the flank!
Oh my god!
Elijah on the flank!
He found them all! Elijah coming in for nothing on the flank though! But they've turned it around! Elijah has to go golden! They're winning the fight! It is all Ruddy! They've removed everyone! How do you get 5 but lose it all? Ruddy though stands strong! Push towards the Nexus and they'll single-handedly sit atop the NLC throne!
Ruddy, what a game. What a destructive game. We knew it would be a bloodbath going in, but what a bloodbath. More than a kill a minute consistently at every single point. In early game they were fighting, in mid game they were fighting, in late game they were fighting. Light side, they did not go down without one. But unfortunately, the war of attrition has been won by Ruddy. My god. Not since the Somme have I seen such death.
I'm shocked. I thought, I saw the engage, I thought for sure that was it.
No, I thought as well with Gwen coming around, but no. Alex just too good. Alex right there at the end there with his Yone play was able to do so much for the team. I wish we had a replay of that final fight as well, but wow. Very dramatic finish to a very dramatic game.
What a game.
Yes. What a game.
That was a banger. This day of NLC continuing to deliver and to break down how much banger content we've had. The desk will take over right after this break.
Break it down, step on the gas, let's get out of town. We're gonna break out and have some fun. We're gonna do what we never done. Oh yeah, yeah. Come on, take your body with you. It's a money weekend. Everything we wanna, we go do.